Okay, so Keeper, let's start from the beginning. Can you tell me a little bit about your background and your family background, where you come from, how you were raised? I know that's a lot,
Right.
but I want to give people a little bit information about you as a person before we get into your book.
Okay, I'm going to give you the condensed version because it's a lot. So
Mhm.
I come from a family of 4 boys, 4 girls. I'll jump to a period of when my stepfather arrived. So there's 10 of us. We grew up very poor in Los Angeles. We skipped from state to state. I went to 11 grade schools before I graduated high school. Lived in
Mm.
21 different places. Homeless 3 times. Know what that life is all about. And in 1971, my mother and her sister and her brother, they were singers in Los Angeles. Actually, they were very, very popular, but weren't able to make ends meet. So she asked if we kids wanted to sing, all 8 of us. We were like, yeah, sure. The Stardom and all that, we just had delusion, rather, it was just out there. We just saw all the money and all the fame coming. And so we started singing in nightclubs, after hour clubs and things like this. And so we were doing our thing. And this is a pretty important part. One Saturday afternoon, we were singing. We're barely making a $90 a month rent. Barely, we're living on rice and ground beef, having to go out to the street and grab some bottles and stuff to turn in just to get that money
Mm.
for that. There were days we went without eating. But, so one day we're singing and then the phone rings and my mother walks over to the phone and she says, hello? Who is this? And she looks over and says, shh, Michael Jackson's on the phone. And we're like,
Okay.
what? It's like, so it's silent. She looks at the brother directly under me and says, he wants to talk to you. So he goes over to the phone. It says, hello? A couple of minutes go by and he hangs up the phone. He screams, Michael Jackson said he's heard of us, said he's heard of me, said I sing and dance just like him. He says, whatever you guys do not quit. You will make it someday. That was
Mm.
1971. Jump cut to
Okay.
1977. Motown had done an exhaustive search of trying to find a replacement for the Jackson 5 for 3 years, who had gone to Epic, and they landed on us. We were the replacement group for the Jackson 5. In fact, we were getting ready to sign the largest new artist contract Motown had ever offered anyone. So the week that we are supposed to sign, and as we start to get into Helplessness, which, by the way, is not an easy read by any stretch of the imagination. It is gritty, it is dark, and it is real. So this week we are getting ready to sign this contract. Bruce, man, we all happy. But on this particular Saturday, there's a lot of frenetic energy between my sisters downstairs, doors slamming all morning. I'm like, what is going on? Okay. So just a bunch of whispered conversations and things like this. And so around the afternoon, my sister screams upstairs, you 4 boys, come downstairs, family meeting. We run downstairs. I walk into the living room. On the couch are my 3 sisters at the far end of the couch, and they are quiet, something they are never. They're always laughing. They're always joking. And as I walked in the living room, we have a round archway, and my oldest sister, the one directly under me, I'm number 2 of 8.
Okay.
She's pacing back and forth in front of the archway, and she is pissed. But to me, that's no big deal because she was upset a lot, especially
Mm-hmm.
if it had to do with her and my mom. They were
Okay.
all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So my 3 other brothers, they're also in the living room and they're quiet, which is really odd. If you're excited about signing a contract, you're going to learn what day this week you are about to become rich. I mean, as far as I was concerned, man, the bus was outside. The engine was running. The seats were warm. All we had to do was walk outside and step onto the bus, and the
Right.
trajectory of our life was, it was new. It was exciting. A couple of minutes later, My mother walks in with my stepdad. And as you said, this is not an easy topic, but it's a real topic, one that needs to be discussed. My stepfather goes in and he sits on the recliner and he immediately does something I've never seen him do before. He sits down and puts his hands up and drops his face into his hands. And I'm like, what's going on?
Right.
No one's happy. My mother, who's very bubbly, she's buoyant, she's exciting, she's always just up, 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 up. Stone face. She's giving off no energy whatsoever. Something is wrong. She walks to the front of the room and just looks at us kids. Now, she has 8 kids. She had all 8 of them by the time she was 24. We're all 7 years apart. Her first, my oldest brother, at 16, then came me 11 months later, then my sister 11 months later, and boom, boom, boom. 8 kids by the time she's 24.
Jesus.
At this point, I'm 16, 17, maybe. But she looks at us. She's very stoic. And she says something no brother could ever prepare for. She says something no brother could even imagine in his life. We were so incredibly tight. As far as we were concerned, and we said it a lot, nothing would ever break us apart outside this house. It's impossible. It's not going to happen. You can bring on any manager. You could bring on any person on the street. You're not breaking this group apart, not this family. But as we all know, it's rarely what is outside that causes the most damage.
If you like that clip, go ahead and hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to catch up on all of our latest content. Don't forget to hit the notification button when you do subscribe so you can get updated every time we release content. We release content every day, whether it's an actual show or clips from the shows. So go ahead and subscribe, like, comment. Also, don't forget our Patreon page where you can find our Talking Straight-ish and After Hours Uncensored episodes. That's patreon.com/Unsolicited Perspectives. But once again, thank you again for listening to Unsolicited Perspectives. I'm your host, Bruce Anthony, and I'm going to catch you next time. I'll holla.